What made Potosi's Spanish elite so incredibly rich? Imagine discovering a mountain filled with shiny silver just waiting to be mined. That's exactly what happened in Potosi during the colonial era. The Cerro Rico mountain held the largest and purest silver deposits ever found. This silver became the backbone of Spain's wealth for centuries. The Spanish elite got incredibly rich because they controlled this treasure. The mountain's silver reserves were enormous, with high quality ore that was easy to process. They could extract vast amounts of silver quickly, which meant more money. The Spanish used forced indigenous labor through the encomienda system. Indigenous men worked under brutal conditions in the mines, often for very little pay. This system made labor costs low for the Spanish elite, boosting profits. Alongside indigenous workers, African slaves were brought in to support the mining. These slaves worked long hours in dangerous conditions, helping keep silver production high. Potosi's wealth wasn't just about mining. The city became a busy hub for trade and supplies. Farmers and merchants brought food, coca leaves, and other goods from across South America to support the miners. This created a thriving economy around the mines, which benefited property owners and merchants aligned with the Spanish rulers. Control over the mines was fiercely fought over by Spanish factions like the Basques and other settlers. The Spanish crown often stepped in to support certain groups, ensuring they maintained dominance over the silver trade. This control meant the wealth stayed within the Spanish elite, who owned the best land and mining rights. The silver from Potosi traveled across the Pacific to the Philippines and then to China. There, it was exchanged for valuable Asian goods like silk and porcelain. This trade made Potosi's silver a key part of Spain's global empire. The influx of silver also caused inflation in China and affected European markets, showing how far-reaching its influence was. Potosi grew rapidly into one of the biggest cities in the world at the time. The society was a mix of Spanish elites, indigenous peoples, African slaves, merchants, and workers. The Spanish elite controlled the most profitable parts of the economy, mining, land, and trade, making them extremely wealthy and powerful. All of this combined made the Spanish elite in Potosi incredibly rich. They had access to one of the world's richest silver mines, exploited indigenous and African labor, and managed complex trade routes connecting the Americas, Asia, and Europe. Their wealth was a major part of Spain's power during the colonial period, shaping the economy and society for centuries.